You drink your coffee every single morning, just like millions of other people. But what if I told you that you're missing a massive opportunity every single day? What if your morning coffee could do far more than just wake you up? What if two tiny additions, things you can grab in seconds, could turn it into a completely different experience for your body? Most people have no idea this is even possible. They drink their coffee hoping for energy, and 2 hours later, they're standing in front of the fridge, wondering why they're suddenly ravenous. You know that feeling. That crash that comes out of nowhere and overrides every good intention you had that morning. I'm going to tell you exactly why that happens and what you can do about it. But first, there's something about your coffee that most people never hear. Picture this. It's 7 in the morning. You're standing in your kitchen, waiting for that first cup. The smell, the ritual, the quiet hope that today will be a good, focused, energized day. I know that feeling well. For years, my morning coffee felt like my secret weapon. It got me going. It gave me that edge. And I'd convinced myself that coffee was helping me manage my weight. Caffeine boosts metabolism. That's actually true. Research backs it up. So I felt like I was doing something right. Except nothing was really changing. If anything, things were getting harder. Maybe you recognize this. You drink your coffee, feel sharp for an hour or two, and then it hits you. That wall. Suddenly you're more tired than before you even drank it. And hungry. Really, genuinely hungry, as if someone flipped a switch inside you. You head to the kitchen, grab something quick, tell yourself it's just a small snack. But one snack turns into another. And by noon, you've already undone the morning. Here's what's actually happening. And this is the part that surprised me when I first learned it. Caffeine isn't the problem. Caffeine is genuinely beneficial. It activates your nervous system. It increases calorie burning. It can shift your body toward using fat as fuel. That part is real. But caffeine alone is like an engine running with the handbrake on. When caffeine hits your system, your body doesn't just respond with energy. It also responds with stress. Cortisol rises. And if you're drinking your coffee with breakfast, or even just on an empty stomach, your blood sugar starts to move, up sharply, then down fast. And when it drops, your body sounds the alarm. It wants food. It wants it now. That's not weakness. That's biology. Your coffee could be working with your body instead of against it. And the way to do that doesn't involve expensive supplements or complicated routines. It starts with something your grandmother probably had in her spice cabinet. Modern research has been looking closely at an ingredient that has been used in cooking and folk medicine for centuries. Studies suggest it doesn't just complement caffeine. It may actually neutralize some of the downsides while enhancing the benefits. It activates a process researchers call thermogenesis, where the body generates more heat and burns more calories as a result. You don't have to do anything extra. Your body does it quietly in the background. The ingredient is cinnamon. I know, it sounds almost too simple. A brown powder sitting in your spice rack. But what's happening at a biochemical level is more interesting than most people realize. Cinnamon appears to do two things at once. First, research suggests it supports fat metabolism. It may enhance the body's ability to use fat as an energy source. It contains compounds that many studies link to improved insulin sensitivity. What that means in practice is this: your blood sugar stays more stable. The sharp rise and rapid fall that usually follow a caffeinated morning are blunted. No dramatic crash, no sudden hunger attack 2 hours in. When caffeine and cinnamon work together, researchers have referred to this as a kind of synergistic, thermogenic effect. Each one does something on its own. Together, they may do more. Think of it like two instruments playing in harmony rather than separately. But here's where it gets really interesting. Because there's a second addition that takes this combination to a completely different level, and it has to do with how your brain and body get their energy. Before I get to that, I want to ask you something. How many mornings have you started with the best intentions, felt sharp for a short while, and then spent the rest of the day fighting cravings and low energy? If that sounds familiar, what I'm about to share might reframe how you think about your morning entirely. The second ingredient is MCT oil. MCT stands for medium-chain triglycerides. It's a specific type of fat, usually derived from coconut oil, and what makes it unusual is how your body processes it. Most dietary fats have long molecular chains. Your body has to break them down through a multi-step digestive process before it can use them. And if they're not needed right away, they get stored. MCT oil is different. Because of its shorter chain length, it bypasses the usual route. It goes directly from the gut to the liver. There, it's converted almost immediately into ketones. Ketones are a form of fuel your brain and muscles can use directly. They don't require the same processing as glucose. Many people report that when they add MCT oil to their coffee, the mental clarity feels different, steadier, calmer, without the jittery edge that caffeine sometimes brings on its own. But the metabolic effect is what really caught the attention of researchers. MCT oil appears to stimulate the release of two important hormones, peptide, YY, and leptin. These are satiety hormones, signals your body sends to your brain to say that you have enough energy, that you're not hungry, that there's no need to seek out food. While the cinnamon is steadying your blood sugar, the MCT oil may be telling your brain that you're already fueled. The result, according to many people who make this a daily habit, is hours of focus, stable energy, and no compulsive reaching for snacks. Now let's talk about how to actually do this. Because the details matter. With cinnamon, a small amount is enough. Research doesn't suggest more is better. A modest pinch is plenty. Add it after your coffee has been brewed, not during brewing, so that heat-sensitive compounds are preserved. If you can find Ceylon cinnamon specifically, many nutritionists prefer it over the more common cassia variety for regular use. With MCT oil, the most important thing is to start small. Much smaller than you might expect. MCT oil is digested so rapidly and efficiently that if your gut isn't used to it, it can cause real discomfort. Start with just half a teaspoon on the first few days. Give your body a week or two to adapt before slowly increasing. Many people settle at around 1 teaspoon per cup. There's one more practical detail that makes a significant difference. Oil and water don't mix on their own. If you just stir MCT oil into your coffee with a spoon, it floats on top as an unpleasant slick. Use a small milk frother or a blender instead. 30 seconds is enough to create a smooth, creamy emulsion. The texture becomes something close to a latte, and the flavor is genuinely pleasant. The final piece is consistency. Your metabolism doesn't change overnight. Think of it less like flipping a switch and more like turning a large ship. It moves in the right direction, but gradually. Making this part of your daily routine is what allows the effects to compound over time. So what can you realistically expect? In the first week, many people notice that the mid-morning hunger simply isn't there anymore. The energy feels more even. Focus during the morning hours improves. These are the early signs that something has shifted. After 2 months, the cumulative effect can be quite noticeable. These aren't dramatic claims. They're what research and personal experience suggest when this approach is followed consistently. Your body needs time. Give it that time. Let me bring this together. Your regular coffee already does something real. It activates your nervous system and may temporarily boost calorie burning. Adding a small amount of cinnamon may stabilize your blood sugar and prevent the crash that leads to cravings, particularly useful if you drink your coffee alongside breakfast. Adding MCT oil may provide your brain and body with clean, immediate fuel while signaling that you're satisfied, keeping hunger at bay for hours. The result isn't magic. It's just your biology working the way it's designed to, when you give it the right inputs. Tomorrow morning, before you reach for your usual cup, remember that you're one small habit away from a completely different kind of morning. Which of these do you already use in your coffee? Cinnamon, MCT oil, both, or neither? And if you've tried either one, I'd genuinely like to know what your experience was. Leave a comment below. In the next video, I'll be sharing the top 20 foods that are almost entirely carbohydrate-free and can make a real difference in your results. Some of them will genuinely surprise you. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. And if this video gave you something useful, a thumbs up helps more people find it. A quick note, everything I share here is based on research and personal experience. It's not medical advice, and it's not a replacement for guidance from your own doctor. Individual results vary, and your health history matters. But this is a simple, low-risk habit that many people find worth trying,